Hey guys, it's Robert here, coming back to you on another version of the President's Message. And team, this month we've got Jeannie Fagan here with y'all today. You know her as our HR assistant. And Jeannie, you have done a terrific job in your role. You've already become so critical in what you're doing here on the Team DQ. And I just want to jump right into some of the great things that you're doing. But before we go there, team, you know that each month on the Team Talk, I like covering a quick non-negotiable. And you remember, the non-negotiables are those things that we say we're not going to negotiate on. This is how we're going to run our business. And today's non-negotiable is that non-negotiable that says, take care of the good team members and get rid of the bad. You know, that sounds rather blunt, but it's really what any successful business has to do. We have to take care of our good ones and get rid of the bad. Well, with that in mind, Jeannie, you know, we want to jump right in. And today we're going to talk about the team member life cycle. And the life cycle from when they come to us to when they leave. You know, we want team members to stay here literally for as long as they want to. But we know that lots of times we're just stepping stones for team members to go on to bigger and better things. But what might you say about the team member life cycle and this idea that we talk about HOTSR? What is that, Jeannie? Can you talk to the team about that?
Sure. So the H is hiring, the O is orientation, the T is training, the C is certification, the E is evaluation, and the R is recognition. So,
a simple way to remember the whole life cycle for a team, from hiring to recognizing that they're doing good or not, right?
Correct.
That's great. You want to hit those?
So hiring, you know, we want to make sure that, you know, as soon as the new hire comes in, the new team member, you know, we're properly taking care of them along the steps. When it comes into onboarding, making sure that, you know, they process correctly, you know, that they have the proper documentation.
And that they're oriented properly,
Exactly,
right? You hold their hands and you're taking them through an orientation. You don't just throw them in there.
Exactly. Yeah. And then making sure that they're properly trained. You know, training is very important. We just don't want, you know, a cook to be sent out there not knowing, you know, how to properly, you know, make a hunger buster.
Yeah, because you don't even feel good about what you're doing if you don't think you're doing it well. Those people that want to excel and want to do good, you want to be trained on how am I supposed to do it? How do I make that trademark curl on top of the cone, right?
Correct.
Training important. And what's next?
And then certification, you know, we want to make sure that everybody is certified, you know, that they have their food handlers, that, you know, that
they're certified on each section of the training, and that you stamp approval. They know how to do this section. They know how to do customer service, or they know how to do the treats, or they know how to do the eats, and we properly certify them. That's awesome. Well, then next would be evaluation.
So with evaluation, you know, when they come up to that 3 month or they come up to that year, we want to make sure that, you know, they are living up to the you know, the DQ standards, you know, that they are, you know, performing well, because that goes into, you know, building up our team.
Yeah. Well, team members, I know all of us, human nature, you want clarity. You want to know, hey, how am I doing? And if you're not told, if you're not evaluated, and it's not given to you, you can't know. So that's awesome. And that must roll right into the R on HOTSR, which is recognition. And in recognition, what are we trying to do?
You know, we want to show them appreciation for the hard work that they are doing.
Well, you know, we do all of that because we want to show our value to we want to value our team member and show them that they're valued. So how might you address that, and how might you speak towards valuing the new team members?
Sure. So to me, I feel like, you know, the moment that the team member steps, you know, into coming into our restaurant, you know, making them feel welcomed, making them feel, you know, that they're already a part of the team, you know, guiding them, supporting them, training them, you know, everything that our employee life cycle, you know, encompasses.
Attempts to address with HOTSR. That's great. How about the idea, you know, we're so grateful to all those team members that have been with us for so long. Many of them, this has quite frankly become their career. They've used the entry-level position at Dairy Queen, sometimes at a very young age, to go up those stepping stones and go up a career path, which is what we want you to do here at Team DQ. We want you to strive to improve, to strive to do better, and we want to let the employee life cycle that Jeannie talks about to recognize when people are doing good. And we know that sometimes we're going to be stepping stones for some of y'all to move on to bigger and better things. You literally kind of almost get choked up about some of the folks that have come back and shared with us some of the things that they're doing today out there in the world. And we couldn't be prouder for them. So the team members that have been here a while, what might you say about them and how we might value them?
So to me, it's all about appreciation. You know, showing them that we appreciate them. You know, that we appreciate the commitment that they've given us, the hard work that they've been doing.
Absolutely, yeah. That's awesome. You know, I really like the way you say that, and it is very, very important. We want to feel appreciated. We want to feel like we matter, right? And that's why this whole employee life cycle is so critical. And you know, in talking about the employee life cycle and how do we get our arms around all of that, Jeannie, I just stopped for a minute and just want to say a very special thanks to you and the work that you and HR have done, Lensda, and really all of y'all out there on the team that have helped to roll out this great new platform that's called Paylocity. So can you talk to us a little bit about Paylocity and what that means and why we're so excited about Paylocity?
Sure. You know, it's an HR and payroll platform. It offers a lot of different features for not just our management team, but our team members. You know, now they have access, on their mobile phone to be able to view their paychecks, to be able to download their W-2s.
All by themselves?
All by themselves.
Awesome. That's awesome.
To be able to change their direct deposits whenever they need to. It's not a matter of, it has to come through me anymore. You know, they have it all in their hands.
You know, team, that's a big accomplishment, really, and we should just pause for just 1 second and say, way to go. As we move this out, Jeannie, what are some other things that Paylocity are going to help us accomplish when we talk about the team member life cycle? I understand that we're going to not only be able to train them and keep track of the training on Paylocity, but when it comes to the evaluations, talk to us about that a little bit.
So actually on evaluations, team members can actually go in there and journal. They can journal, any type of new skills that they've learned, or, if they, accomplish something, they can go in there and type it in. And when it comes to their evaluation, the directors will be able to go in there and see, okay, they have this and this and this, and they've done,
Yeah, and you keep it all
things.
right there, right? You know, that's so awesome. The other item that comes to mind, and there's so much, team, that we couldn't possibly get it all across to you right now. We're just trying to touch some of the highlights and really trying to say thanks for the work that y'all have done to help make this happen. But there's one item that y'all are telling me about that we're really excited about, and it's Paylocity's ability to communicate with a team. Talk to the team about that a little bit.
Sure. So now, instead of it going from us communicating to the directors, to the supervisors, now we're able to communicate with everyone. Just on our community platform that'll be rolling out soon, we're able to send out communication to everyone to say, for instance, our team talk, what we're doing right now. We're able to send that out to everyone, and everybody will be able to get on their phones and view the video.
That is fantastic. Now you know why we're so excited about this team and why we're so grateful that we've got this rolling out and that we actually now have it in process, and it's going to continue unfolding. As we get ready to wrap up here, all of this, everything about Paylocity and its ability to help us take care of the team member life cycle is really because we're talking about how we communicate with you and how we create a culture, right? And so when we talk about culture, I like to think of culture because sometimes you get confused. What are they talking about? What does that mean? Team, you know what culture is when you look at it this way. You know what good culture is, and you know what bad culture is, right?
Yes.
Good culture is that feeling of wanting to come to work, liking what you're doing, excited about being here. And bad culture?
Not wanting to come at all.
That makes a lot of sense.
Moving on to something else.
And we don't want bad culture here. We want good culture. We want high-performing team members. We want team members that are going to hit that other non-negotiable that says, PDI, produce, damn it, right?
Yes.
I know that sounds funny to say that, but it's literally a non-negotiable. We have to produce. We have to succeed. Customers have so many places to choose from, and we're asking them to come here to Dairy Queen, and they're only going to come here if we're making the products right and if you, team, are taking care of them. Well, Jeannie, thanks so much for being here with me today and for talking to the team and for sharing the excitement of Paylocity. Thank you for the work that you're doing, and I couldn't be more excited about the Paylocity and what you're doing and everything that the team's doing out there. There you have it, team. That's this month's version of the President's Message. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Let's go create a great culture. Do your part to do that, and we'll see you on the next version of Team Talk. Thanks.
The Texas promotional period and local media support dates begin on October the 28th and ends on November 24th. November's primary promotion is the return of a real fan favorite. This month, our fans can purchase one of our classic 4-piece chicken strip country baskets for only $4.99. Please note that this promotion does not include a drink, so encourage our fans to order a drink with their meal for an easy upsell opportunity. This month's secondary promotions include the following fan favorites. Our sweet and savory DQ Chicken and Waffles is a uniquely tasty promotion that includes our famous chicken strips with sweet waffles and a maple dipping sauce. Our fan favorite comfort food is the best in Texas. Our mouth-watering chicken and dumplings is a DQ fall tradition that our fans are just gonna love during these colder months. The blizzard of the month is the Snickerdoodle Cookie Dough Blizzard. This is a cinnamony fall treat that will make our fans so thankful for every last bite. The holiday shopping season is here. Make sure our fans know all about our amazing DQ gift cards. They're the perfect stocking stuffer for your holiday shopping list.
Hey there team, I'm Alec, fan captain for the DQ team, and this month we're going over a very necessary step that we need to take to ensure that our fans always get the best possible treat experience, and that's overrun. So, what's overrun? Overrun is the amount of air that's being pushed into our soft serve while it's being made, and it's important that we do regular overrun tests to ensure that our soft serve treats are always at their best. So, let's go over how we do this process in this month's Team Talk training. When performing an overrun test, we're looking for an optimum weight check of 6.45 ounces, which equals out to about 40% air to soft serve overrun ratio. First, let's get the soft serve machine ready for our overrun test by dispensing a small amount of product using the runoff nozzle on your machine. Once you've primed the machine, dispose of the runoff in the trash can. Please note that you should never dispose of soft serve into a sink or drain. Anyone caught putting soft serve in the sink or drain may potentially be reprimanded. Next, grab a mini Blizzard cup and fill it with soft serve. Make sure there aren't any air pockets. Now, scrape off the excess soft serve with a straight edge. Next, weigh the cup. The acceptable weight range is between 6.2 and 6.7 ounces. However, the ideal weight for a filled cup should be 6.45 ounces. If your weight is a bit off, it's time to troubleshoot. A low overrun test score results in smaller, heavier product with a grainy, off-white appearance that looks shiny and wet. To troubleshoot, make sure that all hose connections between the pump and the freezer are tight. Check for fraying or stretching at the hose ends. If so, cut about 1 inch to 1.5 inches off the hose ends and reconnect them with clamps. Check for any leaks at the connection to the freezer, at the faceplate O-ring, or cracks in the faceplate. Make sure the quad ring is positioned properly. Make sure the outlet pump is pumping air. And as a last resort, adjust the overrun setting. A high overrun results in fluffy, marshmallow-like texture with pockmarked surface, no vanilla flavor, and a lighter weight. Here's how we troubleshoot high overrun. Make sure the mix bag is not empty. Make sure that all hose connections are clamped tightly. Make sure that the bag adapter is firmly in the bag fitting. Check for pinholes in the mix bag and hoses. Verify the check value in the bag adapter is placed and not damaged. Be certain that the DQ mix stays in the hose from the bag to the pump when the pump is not operating. Make sure that the air inlet check valve and the air inlet retainer are positioned correctly. And as a last resort, adjust the overrun setting. And there you have it. Performing regular overrun checks to make sure that we're maintaining that 40% overrun sweet spot is crucial for creating an excellent fan experience. But I also have one more thing to go over, and that's rerun. Rerun is when you dispense our DQ soft serve and then dump it back into the machine. I cannot stress how highly inappropriate this is, and anyone caught doing so may be written up or face possible removal from the DQ team. It's that serious. Now, if you have any questions, please ask your manager or go over any training material that you might have on hand. That's all the time I have for this month's Team Talk. I'll see you guys again next month.
This November, remember to take the time to think about all the amazing things in your life that you're thankful for. What are you thankful for? Is it your family, friends, pets, your health, or maybe even your job? Remember that everything you're thankful for is there for you all year long. So do your best to be thankful for them every month of the year, and not just in November.
My name is Sonia de los Reyes. I work at Edinburgh East. I'm the cake artist here. I've been there for 2 years. The favorite part of my job is decorating cakes. When I come in every day in the morning, I prepare myself with a positive attitude and really happy. To ensure the best possible experience for our fans, I try to decorate my cakes perfectly. The most rewarding aspect to my job is seeing smiles on people's faces when they walk out the door with a beautiful cake. The 3 top pieces of advice I give to my team members are being loyal to our fans, coming in with a positive attitude, and communication is key. For me, fast food, you can pick it up anywhere. Fan food is food that's made with the heart. My favorite DQ story is a time that a little girl came in and ordered a princess cake. It was purple. I decorated it for her and she left here with a smile. My favorite DQ treat, of course, has to be the triple fudge brownie. Always remember to treat all team members and fans in a way that creates smiles and loyalty.
Meet me where the summer's just around the bend. Meet me at the Dairy Queen, where the feeling never ends. Meet me at DQ.
When you're craving a can't-be-beat taste treat, you're craving the one and only Blizzard treat. Only DQ blends huge chunks of delicious mix-ins with its famous soft serve for a variety of thick, luscious flavor combinations. Except no substitutes. You just can't beat the taste of a creamy, smooth Blizzard.
Meet me at DQ.